Okay, here's the deal. Oh my gosh. Chinese spy balloon over central U.S. will be in the U.S. airspace for a few days, Pentagon says. Chinese spy balloons spotted over Kansas City, Missouri, as Defense Department spokesman Brigadier General Pat Ryan says it will likely hover over the U.S. for a few days. I want to know why, in years past, has this always been a danger, and now it's just a spy balloon, we're not going to shoot it down because of debris. It was over the Pacific Ocean, Alaska, and there, and you didn't do nothing about it. Chinese spy balloon over central U.S. will be in the U.S. airspace for a few days, Pentagon says. Defense Department spokesman Brigadier General Pat Ryan said Friday that the Chinese surveillance balloon hovering over the U.S. has moved to the central part of the country, but declined to get to specifics about its location. They told us to look up in the sky. uh, Ryder said that North American Aerospace Defense Command is closely monitoring the balloon's location and that it is moving eastward across the U.S. Okay, China, the CCP has already said that that's their balloon, right? But they said it's a weather balloon and it accidentally got over here. Uh, I don't trust dictators. First of all that is words. Nothing else. Words. The balloon continues to move eastward and it is currently over the center of the continental United States again. We currently assess that the balloon does not present a military or physical threat to people on the ground at this time, Ryder said. It'll probably be over the United States for a few days, that's all, he added. Judas Priest. After Chinese balloon enters aerospace, Biden Secretary of State postponed trips to China. Anthony Blinken was going over to China, and right now China is going through the sea pandemic thing. I didn't think that would be too smart either. Of course, that would say they were smart. The balloon is currently flying about 60,000 feet above sea level, higher than civilian aircraft fly. Now, I heard that there was an airplane almost hit it, was in the freaking way of the stupid thing and had to call it in. The National Weather Service in Kansas City, Missouri posted photos of a large balloon visible from the office of the office in Pleasant Hill and the Kansas City Metro, that appeared to be headed southeast. We have confirmed that it is not an NWS weather balloon, Kansas City said. Ryder was asked repeatedly for more details, but he refused to get into specifics about the balloon's location. Now, I remember when stuff like this happens, they're given information on it. The public certainly has the ability to look up in the sky and see their balloon is, he said. Oh my gosh. The Biden administration has condemned the presence of Chinese surveillance aircraft in U.S. airspace, a violation of U.S. sovereignty. Yeah, no, he didn't. Or they wouldn't be going over there. Senior State Department officials have called the incident unacceptable, and Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has definitely postponed his planned trip to China to meet President Xi Jinping in light of the circumstances. Yeah, he probably brought that thing back. Officials in the state and defense departments have said the government is maintaining contact with the People's Republic of China and has clearly communicated that this balloon is violating U.S. airspace. Now, don't you go ahead and do that. That's not nice. And international law, and that this is unacceptable. Spokesperson for China's foreign ministry claimed the balloon was a civilian weather aircraft that had knocked off course, but U.S. officials dispute the claim. Senior State Department officials said Friday it is a statement of fact that China has violated U.S. sovereignty with its surveillance balloon, yet they're letting it go. They're so ignorant, I swear. I swear. Okay, here's where the confirmed. Chinese troops on Canadian soil during military exercises. This is December 14th of 2020. This I heard before. Canada is not a military superpower, and now we know why. The country's gullible leaders apparently don't understand that its military operations are supposed to be kept secret from potential enemies of the state. In a shocking revelation, Canada's Department of National Defense has confirmed that it allowed Communist China Army into Canada soil to observe its winter training exercises. February 2018, Toronto Sun reported. The DND claimed that members of the People's Liberation Army only observed and did not participate in any training, as if that minimizes the potential threat to national security. We do not train with the PLA, a DND representative told Sun. However, based on an agreement signed in 2013, there has been the occasional reciprocal granting of observer states for non-sensitive activities, including the winter survival exercises. Why do they need? Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder why they need winter survival methods. Canadians might not be as naive as their leaders. A leader poll with the Sun's article asks, should troops from the CCP have been inverted to observe military operations in Canada. More than 97% voted no. Well, it sounds like here, don't it? Only we don't get to vote. They just do it. Because Canada shares more than 5,500 miles of border with the United States, this lapse of military judgment also potentially endangers Americans' national security. You know, didn't the person in charge of this country and the person in charge of Canada go to Mexico? And yeah, because Canada shares, well, I read that. Tensions have been brewing between Canada and the CCP since December 2018. 9 days after Canada arrested Huey executive Meng Wanzhou, charges brought by the United States, China retaliated by detaining Canadian citizens Michael Spavor and Michael Cobbing. The two Michaels remain in prison 2 years later, accused of espionage. At the time of the arrest, Wanzhou was a chief financial officer of the telecom giant. She's also the daughter of Hughes. Well, how do you ever say it? Hughes founder, Chinese billionaire Ren Zhengfei, or whatever. Zhengfei. As a recruit, these dueling arrests, Canada and the CCP did not hold principal or reciprocal observer status activities in 2019 or 2020. Last year, explosive documents revealed a disturbing link between Huey and the Chinese military, something about which President Donald Trump was repeatedly sounding the alarm. Yeah. Well, if you want to look at that, I'll leave a link for it. Hey, now, this is where the oldie do. Oh, Chinese spy balloon over U.S. sparks wave of backlash for Biden. President Joe Biden facing a wave of criticism after deciding against shooting down a Chinese spy balloon that has reportedly been hovering over the country for days. Officials have been tracking the high-altitude surveillance balloon since it entered U.S. airspace. Now, I think that's not right, according to Reuters. Biden chose against firing at the balloon, which was spotted over Montana on Wednesday and Thursday after consulting with the nation's top military brass. Yeah. President Biden was briefed, just like the same ones that the former president had to deal with. Only he's a dum-dum. President Biden was briefed and he asked military to present options. A senior administration office official told Newsweek on Thursday. It was a strong recommendation by Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff Mark Milley, the Commander of Northern Command, not to take kinetic action because of risks to safety and security of the people on the ground. You know what? They knew this thing was coming. No excuse. I don't care. No excuse. You're not getting it. You're not getting any excuses from me. But I will leave this with you, and you can read this too. But if every single day wake up and there's always something, never a dull moment. But with that said, I decided to bring that to you. But I'll leave the links if you'd like to read it. You can, but it's up to you. If you wanna. But with that said, I'd like to say that be safe out there. Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's a spy balloon. Or a weather balloon. Yeah, right. With that said, be safe out there. Cover your head. Put a hat on or something. But peace and love to everybody.